Hello! What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another stream on the channel. It's been a while since we've done a live stream here. And today is a very big day. We have got the UEFA Champions League Draw coming up already. Time is flying. It feels like just yesterday we were waiting for the groups last time around, but damn. Look at those pots here. Lots of good combinations could come out of this for this tournament, and I am very excited. What's up, chat? Let me know. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League this year? It's too early to call, obviously. Still got to see the groups. We have some idea, though, based off of what's happening so far this season. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this draw to start. Unfortunately, I can't show the actual footage on this stream. I know people are going to come in and ask anyway, but yeah, I just can't do that because it's just, I'm afraid there's going to be a copyright strike. We had it happen in the past. I don't want it to happen again. I'm not risking the channel getting taken down, so I'll try to show some live updates based off of the UEFA website here, but I can't actually show the video. Even though it's free to watch, just go on UEFA's website. You can find it easily, but yeah, I cannot show the actual footage. Lots of people are obviously expecting Manchester City and PSG to come out with a bang this year, but that's the same story every single year, isn't it? Every single year, that's somewhat the talk. And every year, they seem to be disappointed. Last year was the biggest expectations for both of them. Real Madrid knocked them both out. That club just has UCL in their blood. With or without Ronaldo, they pull through. Fantastic squad. Can they do it again without Casemiro now? Still a phenomenal midfield, but now there's going to be more pressure on Tchouaméni to perform and Camavinga, but they still got Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. I see lots of people in the chat are saying Plizen. Plizen is going to possibly upset. I mean, they were actually pretty fun to watch in those qualifiers. Their goalkeeper, especially Stanek, was incredible to watch. I personally think he is their best player at the moment. So I'm very excited to see what he's capable of this season, the UCL, regardless of what's coming for him at this group. Would be great to see a Czech side pull through like that. They were fantastic last year in the domestic league. Do you guys see any Pot 4 teams causing an upset? Let me know. I hope it's Dinamo Zagreb out of all teams. But if you're going to play somewhat safe, it's got to be Rangers. After what we've seen them do in Europa League last year, beating Bundesliga teams left and right, just couldn't finish it at the end with Frankfurt. Don't count that side out for sure. Very curious to see what group they're in. How do I feel about Maccabi Haifa going through? Man, they were fantastic in those qualifiers, weren't they? That thriller with Crvena Zvezda at the end was insane, especially with that last-minute own goal. So, props to Maccabi Haifa. Crvena Zvezda, it is what it is. Obviously, I was hoping for them to go through. I try to show support for all the Balkan teams, even if they got rivalries going on. But, yeah, better luck in the Europa League. That's all I got to say. Maccabi Haifa, well-deserved, very underrated squad. And it will be interesting to see how they play out depending on their group. Could definitely stir things up. Mr. Cocktail says, I think Spurs are banging it in the UCL this year. It is very much a possibility. I've got the Spurs kit on. I'm not necessarily a Tottenham fan, but I am low-key wishing them the best. Actually, high-key, because they signed Ivan Perisic, in my opinion, one of the most underrated players ever. So I'm very curious to see how far they can go in the Premier League and in the Champions League. Will they finally win a trophy? They have a phenomenal squad. Not just Perisic, obviously. We all know Kane and Son. Great defenders. Romero. We'll see what they're made of. One thing I know a lot of you are interested for as well is the possibility of PSG and Barcelona being in the same group. Messi returning to the Camp Nou. Very much a possibility at this point. There's already talks about him wanting to return next season, but he's going to stay loyal to PSG for now, as he should. He had an okay season, not necessarily the best. Everyone's criticizing him because it wasn't based good on his standards. So, but now that trio of Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi is looking so much better. So, but obviously the biggest test for them is always the Champions League. That round of 16 exit was very disappointing, despite Real Madrid being a fantastic squad. For a side like PSG to go out that soon, unacceptable for them. All right, like obviously their main goal is the trophy at the end, but if they're not reaching at least the semifinal, it's a disappointment. It really is. Daniel says, I would like to see a team from a non-top league win the UCL. Yes, me too. I mean, that's always the goal, to see the underrated teams pull through. Not everyone likes that, obviously, but, you know. One of those teams from Pot 4, I'm hoping they have a fantastic run. Even if it's the side that most people are expecting to pull through, either Rangers or Marseille seem like the biggest favorites, but, you know, you can't underestimate Club Brugge as well. Picked up some great signings this year. They got the Canadians, Tejan Buchanan, Kyle Larin. They got that youngster from Barcelona. I'm blanking out his name on the top of my head, but he has been phenomenal so far. Great center forward. What do I think about Darwin Núñez? Yeah, obviously the latest reports are of him doing the headbutt in that Crystal Palace match. You know, I think he'll be able to sort himself out. I hope he does. Obviously, FD price tag, but I've also been hearing people are talking about Klopp is going to be cursed this season. He has supposedly a 7-year curse at every club he manages, and this is 7th year at Liverpool. So hopefully things continue to go Liverpool's way. But yeah, Darwin Núñez, not the best start, but we've all seen what Uruguayans are capable of for Liverpool. Luis Suarez was fantastic, despite him having some moments of messing about, throwing a few bites here and there. He still was a fantastic striker for Liverpool. So hopefully Darwin Núñez can live up to his hype, but we shall see. Hope Dortmund get a clean draw. Yes, they definitely need one. Based on how they've been performing lately, the defense is not looking at its best, that's for sure. And it's been like that for some time now. Not the most consistent side. Great reputation, but, you know, especially with the lack of attacking power now. Haller will come back eventually. I believe he will return. He won't be there at the beginning of the Champions League, but I believe the next Champions League break he shall return to the squad. I think. I could be wrong on that, so correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Dortmund really got to sharpen up. And yeah, a good draw for them is very much needed if they want to make it to the knockouts. People are saying the draw is live. Guys, please hit that like button if you have not already. I'm still waiting for the draw to pop up on my screen. I'm trying to watch it on UEFA TV. Every time I try to stream something, I'm a bit delayed from you guys. So, you know, I'll be checking the chat as well. What are my thoughts on Dinamo? I forgot to mention yesterday, Dinamo pulled through against Bodo. I doubted Dinamo, and they did it against the Norwegian club. I had so much faith in Bodo just because of the amazing story they pulled through last season in the Conference League. I thought they were going to go out with a bang and go for that Champions League, especially with how Dinamo failed to qualify last time around because of Sheriff. I thought something similar was going to happen. Lose away, draw at home, but no. Dinamo nearly slipped. They had a phenomenal first half with Bruno Petkovic's bicycle kick was great to see. Then they slipped in the second, but then it had to go to extra time. And Bodo's defense was all over the place. Thank God Dinamo are in the Champions League. Very glad I got that prediction wrong. My predictions for those playoffs were not great. 2 out of 6 correct. But I'm not upset that I was wrong by any means. I'm really not. I knew Rangers versus PSV was going to be a flip of a coin. And like I said in that video, both of those teams deserve to be in the Champions League. And then obviously, I'm very glad Dinamo ended up pulling through. But the only one I'm a bit upset about is Crvena Zvezda, but hey, maybe they'll have a better chance in the Europa League after all, you know? If Dinamo are in a tough group, they really at least got to push for third so we can make it to the Europa League. Will we see the draft here? Will I only comment? Unfortunately, I can only comment. I will try to post some live updates if UEFA kind of updates this screen. But I cannot actually show the full draw because I could get a copyright strike. So I'm not risking that. I tried it last time. It didn't go well for the World Cup qualifier playoffs in Europe. Not going to go for a repeat of that. But it's live for you all to see as well. Just go on UEFA's website. They should be showing the draw. Group of Death Dream. Ooh. Okay, this is on the top of my head, so this isn't a final answer, but... Ooh. Okay. I'm going to say... Damn, that's tough. PSG, Barcelona would be so epic to see in a group. I know those might not... PSG on paper is looking fantastic, obviously. Some people will argue that Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are better squads, but to see PSG and Barcelona in the same group would be epic. If somehow Inter Milan is in that group as well, would be insane. Inter Milan don't have the best luck in the UCL draws. They always seem to... you know, get out early, even though they have a fantastic squad. So those three, and then Rangers. Because if Rangers can prove it in that insane group, that would be the best story. No matter how far they make it in the knockouts, that is already an underdog tale. Yes, I'm obviously very sad about Crvena Zvezda not being in the Champions League. But like I said, Europa League ain't too bad either. Okay, it's still a great competition. And, you know, maybe they have more of a chance to go far. UCL for any of these teams in Pot 4 is very difficult. Upsets are more likely to happen, I think, in tournaments like the World Cup. In the Champions League, the teams that are better on paper, obviously there are some exceptions always every year. But... in terms of percentage of likeliness, it's always the bigger teams that have a better run. Those Pot 4 teams could definitely struggle, and I truly hope I'm wrong on that. I hope a few of them have fantastic runs now. Everyone's saying it's starting. Oh, yes, it is. You're right. There we go. I hope my sound isn't on the computer. Okay, good. It might take them a bit to actually go through the draw. They got to do their introductions. But that's okay. We're all chilling until then. We'll see. 1 second. There we go. Live updates. No, I don't want to show highlights and get copyrighted. Come on. I'll leave it here for now. We'll see. Am I happy Dinamo made it to the Champions League? Of course. It's going to be a tough task for us, though. It really will be. Europa, we always seem to have a better run there. But we can impress. I think the most disappointing time I've seen Dinamo in the Champions League in recent times, well, not disappointing, just like annoying to see, was how great we were at first, where we beat the likes of Atalanta 4-0. Had a great start. We were in a group with Manchester City, and then we just tanked the rest of the games whenever we had to play away. So, and the match against Shakhtar was very unlucky. So I hope that we actually can have some more momentum, because that seemed like our most impressive run in recent times, even though we still finished fourth. But yeah, that back then we had Olmo, and now we don't really have necessarily that kind of elevation, but still some fantastic players. Orsic has been balling out, helped us out to qualify at the end as well. Petkovic proving me wrong. I sometimes give him some shit, but I'm so glad he's doing well as of now. Hopefully he can continue. Maybe the answer for Budimir for the national team. I doubt it. We still have some injured players that got to be tested out, or were injured last time in their national break, so we'll see. Follow Uroš. Good luck to Crvena Zvezda as well. Refresh. All right, I will. Hopefully it's it actually does something. What the hell? My screen's absolutely frozen even when I refresh. Hold on, guys. One second. I gotta figure this out now. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, look, it's the World Cup groups. There we go. Oh, can't show that. Can't show that. There we go. That's it. Live updates. Still just showing highlights that I don't want to get copyrighted for. So let's go back to the clubs. Sorry, guys. I'll show everything once it's done, I guess, if they don't update this site. UEFA's weird. Last time when they had the Nations League draw, they actually updated everything like on this site beautifully. I guess they're not going to do it this. We'll see. Maybe they'll update once it actually starts. They're still doing a little preview. Milik transferred to Juve. I actually didn't know that was confirmed. But that is not ideal for him, I'd say. Obviously, he has experience in the Serie A, but how is he going to compete with Vlahovic? They need another striker option, obviously, now that Morata is exited. But I guess he's a good backup. But if he wants to get some more playing time, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I guess it's good for Juve, though. Who do I want to win and who do I think will win? Obviously, I want Dinamo Zagreb to win, but the chances of that happening are extremely low. Who do I think will win? I'm going to have to choose either Real Madrid for now or Bayern Munich. PSG, obviously a huge candidate. Man City, people always back them, but I still need to see how they perform. This prediction could change, but before we see the groups, before we analyze everything at its finest, that's just my generalized prediction. It's either going to be Real Madrid or Bayern Munich If Real Madrid don't win it, I still think they'll have a fantastic run. But at the same time, City fans should be hopeful. Now they have that strike force. You know, if Haaland was playing against Real Madrid at that match where they got knocked out, they could have been more of a goal-scoring threat for sure. We'll see if he can carry on that momentum. I do hope also that the Serie A put up a good competition here. AC Milan is in pot 1 now. That could be beneficial for them. Last time they were in the group of death, and they really did not impress. Juventus have been disappointing recently for their standards, but maybe they can pull through now. Inter Milan always seem to get unlucky in the Champions League. I mean, they got an early exit last time in the round of 16s to Liverpool, and they played really well. We got to be honest. They even beat them at Anfield. Guys, if you haven't already, please smash the like button. Let's try to hit 300 likes. They are still doing some stuff before the draw. Tomori is a rock defender. He needs to start for England. Agreed. At this point, I agree. But Southgate has his own agenda. It's been working out for him apart from the Nations League. So I don't know what he's going to end up deciding. He's got a lot to figure out, though, still. I mean, we're seeing the fullbacks. Also, constant debate between Trent, Reece James. But I feel like now, like every month, we're kind of formulating a new opinion about that role as well. Lots to figure out for the England squad. The easiest group for Dinamo Zagreb. Great question. I don't mean to offend any of these teams. Look, you can't underestimate any team in the Champions League, without a doubt. But if I were to have my dream group, it would be Frankfurt in pot 1. Great Europa League campaign, but they are missing some players now. Kostic, Hinteregger. They still can put off good fights. They have a very underrated unit, but I think it's going to be too tough for them. So we could put up a good fight against Frankfurt. For pot 2, a rematch against Sevilla would be great. We actually were pretty close to beating them in the Europa League. It was really, really down to the wire for them. So a rematch would be lovely to see. So yeah, I'd say Sevilla there. Pot 3. Ooh, that one's tough. Don't want to mess with Salzburg. They have a lot of great young talent. One of my favorites, Luka Sucic. We could also get revenge on Shakhtar. I love Shakhtar. I've seen them play in person, but I'm going to say them. So my dream group would be Frankfurt, Sevilla, and Shakhtar. Is that allowed? I think so. Yeah. I'm with Dinamo. Hopefully we get a good group. Frankfurt would beat Dinamo, says Jordan Brown. Well, most people would probably predict that, but we still would have a chance. We still would have a chance. I mean, don't write off anybody. I think all the teams in pot 1 you can't mess with, but out of all of them, I'd be the happiest to face Frankfurt. That ain't happening, let's be honest. That's why we're calling it the dream group. Yeah, Salzburg would be decent as well for us, but I don't know. Something tells me we could potentially get unlucky towards them. We'll see. Tottenham in a group with Dinamo. Oh, that would also be great because we face them in the Europa League, but Tottenham are looking so much better. Sorry. Tottenham are looking so much better. I can't see it. Can't see the upset happening there again. Although, who knows? That's football. What do I think of Sevilla and Dinamo again? I'm telling you, that would be great to see. That we could get revenge in. Everyone's asking for a group of death, which I've already done. I think it... Actually, no, I didn't do a group of death. I did like, you know... Actually, I did, but... Okay, no, I'm going to say it again. PSG, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Rangers. Or... I don't know. For me, it would just be so crazy to see PSG and Barcelona in the same group for obvious reasons. So that would be my group of depth, although there's a lot of other possibilities. You could go with Bayern, Chelsea, Napoli, and Marseille. You know, you watch this on the UEFA website. It is live right now. It's literally being shown right under my face because... Yeah, I don't want to get the copyrights. Do I want Spurs to win the UCL? I wouldn't be upset to see them win the UCL. They wouldn't be the most ideal, although I'm wearing a Tottenham kit while saying that. But like I said, I would love to see Ivan Perisic have the best season. So that's why I am low-key rooting for Spurs in some fixtures, but I gotta stay loyal to supporting Liverpool and Dinamo Zagreb. That's also a possibility of them being in the same group. I hope it doesn't happen, but if Dinamo and Liverpool were to face each other, I'd have to root for Dinamo. What are the ticket prices for UCL matches at Maximir? I actually forgot. It's been a while. I went to Dinamo versus Atalanta 3 years ago. I totally forgot how much I paid for that. It wasn't very expensive though. So, especially if you sit at the north where, you know, the ultras are. But it's an experience. It for sure is an experience. And by the way, guys, there's a lot. I know I've been all over the place this month with content. Lots has been happening in my life, unfortunately. But we're going on with a bang very soon. We got the UCL draw right now. Going to be doing predictions. I'm either going to be uploading that video tomorrow or Saturday. I'm going to be recording with the legend Hasib right after. Bringing that for you guys. Then we'll be doing the Europa League and Conference League predictions, obviously. Then I will be going to Europe next week. So it's still in the works. It's not 100% confirmed yet, but I'm hoping to go record my experience if I can secure a spot for Crvena Zvezda versus Partizan and then the Budapest derby between Újpest and Ferencváros. So if I am successful, I'll definitely bring those videos out for you guys. It's not 100% confirmed yet, but we got that. UCL match day predictions, maybe. Still thinking about doing that. And then the Nations League is right after. So lots coming up this coming month. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already for all of that content. And then obviously after the Nations League, going out with the World Cup content 110% before it starts. It's about a star. We got Yaya Toure over there. Yaya Toure. Can Trabzonspor be successful in Europa League? I hope so. They got a fantastic front three. I think Visca's injured right now, though. But hopefully they pull through. Their attack has impressed. Cornelius, the Danish striker, has been phenomenal. And they just acquired Trezeguet from Aston Villa. Best of luck to the Turkish club. Mihai says, I would want to see Ajax, Leipzig, Salzburg, and Rangers. That would obviously be a terrific group. Anything's possible there. Ajax groups always seem to be interesting. I mean, last year it was one with all the possibilities in the world. And yeah, although they absolutely bossed it, unfortunately they crashed early on to Benfica. Hajduk Split versus Villarreal Conference League qualifier predictions. I had to double check the score. Yeah, it was 2-4 for Villarreal. Hajduk have to make a comeback. Hajduk Split. Prove me wrong, but I think it's going to be Villarreal. I hate to say it. Maybe they can impose a good fight, make it a draw or something, or even win by 1 goal, but I don't think it will be enough. Hopefully Hajduk make it to the Conference League, though. We need the Balkan clubs in these European tournaments. But Villarreal, we saw what they did in the Champions League last year. I don't think they're going to want to miss out on the Conference League just like that. So I think Inter will make it to the semifinals. I also really rate the Inter squad. They're actually my favorite club in the Serie A at the moment. Based on how many international players, especially Balkans, they accumulate. But I hope they could have a run to the semifinals, but I think it's going to be too tough, and they always get unlucky in the Champions League. So I see a similar affair happening, unfortunately. Prove me wrong, Inter Milan. I should do a video ranking all World Cup teams from 32 to 1. Nice idea. Extreme gameplay. I will definitely consider that as an idea. Like I said, we're going ham after the Nations League with the World Cup content once again. Who will go further in Europa League? Man U or Arsenal? Great question. Great question. And that is a tough one. I'm going to have to go with Arsenal, actually. I know United are looking more hopeful again after that Liverpool win. Congrats to them. But Arsenal are looking more consistent this season, more hopeful. Jesus on absolute fire for the team. Playing like prime Brazilian Ronaldo. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Arsenal on this one for now. We'll see how United develops. It's still so early to tell. But now Ronaldo's got to build up for his Europa League record. He's already Mr. Champions League, and we're not going to be seeing Ronaldo unless he somehow gets a transfer within this week. Still some time, but looks like he might stay at United, especially with Casemiro just joining. Thank you very much, PC Sam, for the donation. Thank you, my friend. Hey, Football Shorts says he's from Saudi Arabia. But since his national team isn't great, I think it's decent, but lots of people doubting them. Supports the Croatian national. Can you have a shout? Of course, brother. Shout out to Football Shorts. XX. Hopefully Saudi pull that miracle in that tough group. Everyone's banking on the rest. Nations League follow-up prediction with Irfan. Irfoslavia will be out on the week before it starts. So when I get back from Europe, I will record with Irfan and upload that ASAP. That's the plan. Used to like your channel, but that shirt, hey, I'm sorry. I collect football shirts, so I knew somebody was gonna say something like that today. Lots of beef towards Tottenham, but like I said, I'm low key hoping the best for them because of Perisic. Perisic, come on. Ooh, what do I think of my boy Isak for going to Newcastle for 70 million? That's a hefty transfer. Isn't always the most prolific in front of goal, but he is a very skillful player, and he could tear it up in the Premier League. I would love to see it. He is one of my favorite players to watch, so I would be very happy for that transfer to come to life for Newcastle. I think it's a very exciting one. All right, they're explaining the draw right now on the screen. I'm not going to show that footage, but hopefully this site in front of me updates for you guys. I'm sure you all are watching this at the same time as me as well. What do I think of Real Madrid? Fantastic club. Champions League in their DNA. Born to win. They had their rough patch. They won it last time. Everyone doubted them. They had the toughest road to the final as well. Shout out to Real Madrid. So, we'll see how they do this time without Casemiro. I think they can still have a good run, though. Felipe, I was thinking about it. I was this close to getting the Arsenal kit. That black Arsenal kit is amazing. That's one of my favorite Premier League kits. Predictions for the Nations League Final Four teams. I'm not gonna go into that yet because I want to wait for my follow-up video with Irfan. But you know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see Hungary somehow make it. Hungary have been phenomenal, especially against England, as we know. So if they somehow pull through when they were in the group of death, they are already proven that they're one of the most underrated national teams. Did Rangers beat PSV? Yes, they did. The Croatian Čolak scored the winning goal. Bravo. Thank you for subbing, Kemba Walker. Barca and Bayern the same group would obviously be insane. Bayern love to destroy this side, but Barcelona are looking better. Oh, and also Lewandowski has joined them. So yeah, I didn't even think about that, champ boy. Good shout. That's going to be a great one to see too. Bayern and Barca or PSG and Barca would be two emotional matchups for many reasons. We'll see if it somehow happens. Among national teams that just missed out on the World Cup, who's got the brightest future? Great question. I'm going to have to go with, for Europe at least, there's so many picks, and I could probably miss some on the top of my head. But right now, it's got to be, I'd say, Norway or Hungary. Norway or Hungary, yes. Obviously, Italy are one to always talk about, but they've disappointed twice in a row. But yeah, I would be surprised if it's a three-peat for them missing the World Cup, especially with all these other teams being added to the tournament, or slots, I should say. Everyone's saying it started like every 10 minutes. All these false hope starts. But now, yeah, it's actually starting this time. Let's go. I can't show that. Yaya Toure is opening the first ball. Who is it gonna be? Ajax are the first team drawn. Oh, let's go. The site updated. Yes. I love to see that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, see, we got everything here for you guys. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see it all. And zoom a bit. Make that a bit nicer to see. There we go. Should be good now. Beautiful. Thank you, UEFA. I believe it's Porto. My screen's a little bit small. Yup. Porto is in Group B. No offense to those teams, but if a massive club gets one of them in their group, that would be somewhat good news for them, although you can't underestimate Ajax in the Champions League. But it's better than the other teams in that pot. But I would love to see Porto have a fantastic run also. Bayern Munich is in Group C. Bayern Munich is the third team drawn. Let's go. Let's go. I'm watching on the UEFA website. You can watch it yourself there for free. Many EDM. Frankfurt is in Group D. So hopefully Dinamo Zagreb gets in that group. That's what I'm hoping for. Not likely, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. Anything's possible. AC Milan is in Group E. 1 second, guys. Okay. Hopefully Milan don't flop again. They flopped very hard last time. Real Madrid is in Group F. Predictions? You're making predictions for the draw? I think that's just too risky. I mean, you can't make any educated guesses based off of that. It's just all random, isn't it? Manchester City in Group G. Those are already deadly groups. Group F and G. And C. PSG. Group H. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm nervous, guys. Now that we're already seeing some formation. How do you guys think PSG will do this season? Do you think they'll finally win that Champions League trophy that they've been desiring ever since the money takeover? They just seem cursed, don't they? I'll tell you what, based off of the past 10 years, seems like you got to sign a Croatian if you want to win the Champions League. Will that streak continue? For the 11th consecutive year, a Croatian winning the UCL title. Thank you all for joining the stream. Getting ready for part 2 now. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Shout out to you all. 400 likes. Let's go. The next 8 teams to discover their fate. All right. First team selected from pot 2. Who will it be? Leipzig! Leipzig are the first team introduced. E, F, G, or H. So there's no chance there'll be an A, B, C, or D, looks like. Obviously, because of the German teams. And I don't know why else. I don't know. I'm just following what they're saying. Which group will Leipzig be in? F. Group F with Real Madrid. Holy shit. That's already a tough group right there. We all know about Leipzig's informed players. Timo Werner is back for them as well. And we all know what he's capable of at that club. Will he return to his form? Juventus are the next team selected. They can't be in Group E, that's for sure. Group G or H? Oh, God, that's going to be a tough group. That's going to be a very tough group. H! PSG and Juventus are in the same freaking group. That means Di Maria will be returning to Paris. Oh, man. What an interesting group. No PSG or Barcelona, obviously. What do you guys think? Who would top that group? PSG or Juventus? Both fantastic teams. PSG slipped a second against City last time. Tottenham are next. Who's Tottenham gonna play? A, B, C, and D are the possibilities for Tottenham's. Group D for Tottenham. Frankfurt and Tottenham in the same group. Tottenham, no offense, Frankfurt. Tottenham, as of now, should be topping this. They should. Based on the way they've been playing. Based off of Frankfurt's losses of Kostic and Hinteregger. Liverpool. Who will Liverpool be with? They can only be in A, B, or C. Group A. Group A Liverpool will be with Ajax. That's great for Liverpool, actually, although Ajax could deliver, especially with how Liverpool have been playing. Dusan Tadic could step up against this mighty side. Do you all still think Liverpool could top this group as of now? That's decent for Liverpool for sure. Sevilla's next. Good job for Liverpool, says Tanner. I think it's definitely solid. Who's Sevilla gonna be with? Group G. Sevilla will be with Manchester City. Manchester City. Last time their group wasn't easy whatsoever. But they have gotten easy groups in the past from my memory. No offense to Sevilla. But out of the pot 2 teams, that is one that I think other teams will want to face. Barcelona. They could still be with Bayern, right? Yup. B or C. Will Barcelona be with Porto or SC Bayern? The biggest question. Ooh. Is it going to be Bayern? Is it going to be Bayern? It is! Barcelona reunite with Bayern Munich in the group stage, just like last season. Lewandowski with the transfer as well. Will he make Bayern Munich crumble? Or will Bayern Munich just make him look like a fool for that transfer? Who is topping that group, chat? Who is topping that group? Epic group. Group C so far. Group C and H right now are looking juicy. Come on. Who's the next team? Chelsea. Ooh, Chelsea and Milan would be crazy. Yup, it's confirmed already. Chelsea and Milan are going to be in the same group. I love that as well. Great group right there. Everyone's still betting on Bayern over Barcelona, looks like. Atletico Madrid and Porto will be sharing Group B. They were in the same group last time as well, with Liverpool and AC Milan. So some familiarity there will be present, obviously. How do you guys reckon Atletico Madrid will do this season? I know a lot of Barcelona fans are scared right now. Went hopefully into the season with all those mega transfers. And now, sheesh. It's going to be a tough task yet again in the Champions League. They got to at least get second, though. Come on. I really, truly hope Dinamo Zagreb is not in Group C, Group E, Group F, or Group H. I hope as of now. I don't want Dinamo Zagreb to face Liverpool either, though. I'm hoping for either Group B, Group D, Group G or Group H for Dinamo Zagreb. No, not Group H. What am I saying? Hell no. Group B, D, or G would be ideal for Dinamo, in my opinion. Not ideal, I should say. They're still a massive underdog, but hey, more of a chance. Smash the like button, guys. Let's say 500 likes. Group B best for Dinamo, says Hyperextension. As of now, that's definitely, I agree somewhat. Ryan says if Napoli are in Group C, that's the group of death. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the only possibility for them in terms of those deadly groups so far, I think. I guess Group F too. Napoli are first. As we're talking about them, A, B, C, and D are available for Napoli. Will they make Group C the group of death? That's going to be insane. Oh, they're in Group A. Group A for Napoli. Ooh, that's a challenge. That is a challenge. Liverpool have familiarity with them, and they went down to the wire with them as well in their Champions League win that season. Don't forget about that Alisson save against Milik. Ooh, history there. History will be there. Interesting group, yes. Salzburg. Who will Salzburg be joining? Who will Salzburg be joining? E. E with AC Milan, Chelsea, and now Salzburg. Will Salzburg pull the upset, guys? That's a tough group for them. But maybe the likes of Luka Sucic can pull through. Benfica's next. Benfica, great run last time around. Will they do it again without Nunes? Group H. Group H for Benfica. Oh, will they come out of that top? They did it against Bayern and Barcelona. Will they be able to do it again? Shout out to Spooky Troll for the donation. Opinion on De Ketelaer's move to AC Milan. Also, it'd be cool to play them for them to play Club Brugge. Yeah, absolutely, that would be great. I think it's a great transfer that he has loads and loads of talent. Definitely the future for Belgium, but I do hope he gets the playing time. It's going to be hard to compete. Rebic is looking more in form. We all know about Rafael Leao. Dortmund is now in Group G. Oh, shit. That is tough. That went from, like, a doable group for those Pot 4 teams to a difficult one. But still, we've seen Dortmund get upset before. And with their form right now, not looking great. But, yeah. Thank you again, Spooky Troll. I hope De Ketelaer gets some playing time, but at the same time, I love to see Rebic coming back with a bang. That attack from AC Milan is looking a lot better, more depth. Leverkusen will be joining Porto Atletico Leverkusen. That is a group where anything's possible. That is the group now that I want Dinamo Zagreb to be in. Tough teams, no question. But it's our only glimpse of hope, I'd say. Possibly. Sporting next. Who's Sporting going to be with? The next Portuguese team. Group D. Sporting will be joining Group D with Frankfurt and Tottenham. That's also a group of anything. Tottenham look like favorites, but Sporting, we all know the youngsters they possess. Veteran Coyotes in the back. They got smashed by City last time, but we'll see if they can turn things around this year. Shakhtar. Oh, Shakhtar and Real Madrid meet again in the group stage. We all know what happened with Shakhtar and Real Madrid a few years back. Those upsets were crazy, but I don't think that's going to happen again. Shakhtar lost a lot of their international players. They do have some solid ones still regardless, but it's going to be too tough a task. Inter Milan are in Group C. Group C is officially the group of death. Group C is officially the group of death, no question. Bayern, Barcelona, and Inter Milan. I literally said that is a dream group of death. Oh no, I said PSG instead of Bayern, but still, Bayern is still great, without a doubt. Damn. Crazy ass group. Oh boy, that's gonna be a big test for Barcelona. But like I said, Inter gets so unlucky in the Champions League despite them performing. I think that group's going to really go down to the wire. Close point gap for sure. That third place team is going to be left disappointed. Because it's really going to be close, I think. Like for Group C, guys. Like this stream for this amazing group. I mean, that's going to be pure entertainment. Group H as well. Will Benfica come out of the ashes there against two phenomenal sides? Juventus' defense is also not as potent as before. They lost Chiellini. How will Bonucci do without his boy? De Ligt left. I know De Ligt chokes sometimes in those international knockouts for the Netherlands. Even in the Champions League for Juventus last time around. But still, he's still a phenomenal... He's young. He's still a great defender considering all that. Just made a few mistakes. Marseille in Group C would be the group of... That would just solidify the group of death even more. Regardless of what happens, though, I still think that is the deadliest group at the moment. Rangers as well would be epic. Imagine Rangers pulls out of a group like that after all they've been through. Who are those Pot 4 teams going to be now? I am very nervous. This is when we find out where Dinamo Zagreb plays. Rangers, Marseille. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Who's going to be first? Celtic. Oh. Don't mess with Celtic as well. I always went on about Rangers, but Celtic won the league. Group F. Celtic, the first group completed. Group F, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar, and Celtic. Not the deadliest group per se, but still a great one, without a doubt. It's a doable one for Celtic, not topping it, but maybe, just maybe they can upset the likes of Leipzig. Rangers did it, why can't they? Marseille is the next club. Will they be in Group C? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Group D. Oh, no. That's one of the doable groups for Dinamo. Marseille's in it. That is a beautiful group regardless. Can Marseille get out of this group, guys? Frankfurt, not at their best. Sporting, full of surprises. Tottenham, looking better. That's going to be a wild card group, I'd say. Group D is going to be full of surprises for sure. Copenhagen is next. Copenhagen, bravo for making it past Trabzonspor. If they're in Group C, it's GG. I hope they get in Group C because I don't want Dinamo to be in that group, bro. I don't want Dinamo to be in that group. Zagreb in Group C. No, Ryan. No. Oh, shit. Please. Somebody join Group C before Dinamo. No! No! That's also it's not an easy group, but it's one of the more doable ones. Copenhagen. I still think that it's going to be too tough for them, but anything's possible. Group G. Good luck, Copenhagen. A very exciting squad. Club Brugge. Club Bruges. Club Brugge. However you pronounce it. I always hear someone say it differently. A, B, C, or H for Club Brugge. They have a very solid squad right now. I wouldn't mess with this side. I wouldn't. Seems like they upgraded their attack a lot. If they're in Group C, I feel bad for them because they're going to put off good fights. They already did last time, even though they got grouped. Don't forget about that. I forgot if it was a draw or win against PSG, but at the beginning of the Champions League. Group B. No! No! That was the group I wanted for Dinamo. Club Brugge. Oh, they can make it out of that. They really can. This club means business this year. Will Atletico get grouped even though they look like the favorites here? Porto with Taremi. Group B and D are going to be very, very unpredictable. Rangers. Will Rangers be in Group C, guys? Please, Rangers, get Group C. Please. I'd love to see you guys put off fights there. And I also would love to not see Dinamo get destroyed by all of those fantastic teams. Please. No, they're in A. Very interesting Group 2. Will Rangers make it out of that one? Rangers. How do you guys reckon Rangers will do this year? Will they make it out? Somebody. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Dinamo Zagreb. Oh boy, we're getting Group C. We're going to get cursed here. We're going to get cursed. We're doomed. These are all tough groups. Group C or H are impossible. Group C or H. We're fucked. Just being completely honest, guys. I'll take that. Okay, so don't get me wrong. AC Milan and Chelsea are going to be very, very tough. But Dinamo Zagreb has a much better chance at least qualifying for the Europa League for that third place spot. Group C and H are too tough. Way too tough for them. Oh, bože. Not the best outcome, but somewhat relieved here. Somewhat relieved. Woo! Maccabi Haifa decide to upset Crvena Zvezda in Belgrade with that 90th minute goal. Who are they going to be facing? Oh, thank you again, Spooky Troll, for the donation. Bru finally got not a Real Madrid or PSG group. Yeah, they have a great chance, I think. They really do. Like I mentioned. Thanks again for another donation, my friend. Woo! Group H, Maccabi Haifa, very, very tough group. But people love to underestimate this Israeli side, and they pull through. Imagine PSG losing to them, though. Imagine. Ooh, Plzeň is the last team we're going to be drawing. And yeah, they're going to be in Group C, the deadliest group. And this is a side I thought could have some great moments. And now I don't think so anymore. I don't think Stana can hold the likes of Romelu Lukaku, Robert Lewandowski, Sadio Mane. Too tough of a task for him. Plzeň are going to be absolutely bullied, and it's a shame because they are such a great side, but this group is too tough. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Czech boys. But, yikes. That's complete, guys. It's done. Oh, bože. Guys, let me know some of your early predictions. First look, what do you guys think? Any upsets? Are any of these big teams going to get grouped? Do Dinamo Zagreb have a chance? I think most people agree Plzeň don't have a chance. I'm sorry. Berger says Real Madrid is the easiest group. Nah, it's not. It's a very doable group for them where they should be topping it, no question. But those other teams you can't mess with. Unfortunately, I think Shakhtar will struggle this time around with all those international players lost. But Leipzig you can't underestimate. We all know that. Sad for Haifa. I'm sorry to my Israeli viewers. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. It's a tough, very tough group. I gotta say, I'm just glad it wasn't Dinamo, but best of luck to Maccabi Haifa coming out of that tough group. I'd say the two, like I mentioned earlier, the two groups where literally anything is possible are Group E and Group D. Oh, they're going to be doing awards now. I guess I'll someone be reacting to that, but yeah, Group B and D. Tottenham look like the favorites maybe in Group D, but we've saw how they've crashed in European competitions. Like last year, they crashed out of the Conference League group. So, don't sleep on these other teams. Marseille is one of the better Pot 4 teams as well. I'm not going to be giving you guys my full in-depth predictions on this stream because I will be recording a video in 2 hours with my boy Hasib. And that video will be out. Depends how fast I edit it, either tomorrow or Saturday. Saturday the latest. But I hope I can get it out tomorrow. Just don't want to make that absolute promise. Champ Boy says Barca are going to get grouped. Do you guys think that? It's not an outrageous prediction, to be honest. Barcelona, with Inter Milan's terrible luck, though, I do have more faith in Barcelona at the moment. But anything's possible. Romelu hat-trick against Ter Stegen? Nah. Maybe. Maybe. Barca fans, salty. I don't blame him. Don't want to face Bayern again. But you got Bayern's main striker throughout these years now. He'll help you out. Maybe. Or maybe these defenders know how to read the Polish lad. Know how to read him in and out. Ooh, Chuy Suarez. Liverpool won't get past that group. That would be an upset without a doubt, but it's also a possibility based on the way they've been playing. Not too convincing football as of yet. Napoli, Rangers, and Ajax are all terrific sides. For some reason, at the moment, I could change my mind about this in my prediction video, so don't be surprised if I do, but I would say Napoli could potentially get grouped in this. Fantastic side, don't get me wrong, but something tells me those quote-unquote underdogs could lock them down. We call Ajax an underdog, even though they were in pot 1. Napoli were in pot 3. Juventus going to make it to the semis. That's a bold prediction, to be honest, considering they always choke. But anything's possible. I do see Juventus. The only thing that worries me about Juventus is their defense. Their attack is looking a lot better. The additions of Di Maria and Kostic. I mean, I know Kostic isn't a dedicated attacker, but still a phenomenal player. Berger says, I'm going bold. Tottenham gets 4th and they go win their league. Holy shit, that would be bad. Yeah. It's not... It is a bold prediction without a doubt, but like I said, last year they really struggled in the Conference League. The Conference League. They were one of the favorites in that tournament. They got grouped. Them and Roma were the two everyone was banking on. They really could have won their first trophy in so long. And they got... to be fair, at the end it was because of Corona, but still, they shouldn't have even been in that position. Oh, I missed the awards. Looks like Ancelotti has won the Coach of the Year. Congratulations to him. Fully deserved. Always calm and composed with that common memed face with the eyebrow raise. Pulls through though. Stays calm even against those big teams and clutches it at the end. Bravo, Tim. His eyebrows are raised at the moment. Love this guy. When do you think you'll do your group stage predictions? Like I said, right after this, I'm filming with the Seeb. I will do my best to edit it ASAP. So it's, if I'm lucky, Friday. If I'm unlucky, Saturday. Tolu, everyone's asking me, are you a Tottenham fan? I always rep like other kits. And for the first time ever, everyone's like so surprised I'm wearing a Tottenham shirt now. I am not necessarily a Tottenham fan. I'm just low-key rooting for them since they have Perisic now. But I am not a dedicated Tottenham fan, no. Didn't think out of all the... I mean, I'm not surprised necessarily out of all the kits everyone thinks is the most suspicious about Tottenham, I guess. But I guess I'll continue the stream for a bit while these awards are going on. I don't know when they will announce the UEFA Player of the Year, Samsies. Well, we'll see. What do you? Oh yeah, what do you guys think about City's group? Is this an easy group or not? I think it is. It's without a doubt the favorites to top it. Dortmund look like they're struggling. They're going to be missing Haller at the beginning. Maybe they can pick up the pace after that, but I'm really surprised their defense is all over the place with the signings they picked up, to be honest. Sevilla, they're known as that Europa League team, aren't they? So third, maybe they will be striving for third for all we know. And Copenhagen, love you Denmark, but come on. This is an easy group, I think, for City. Very doable. I think City would be the favorites for many to top their group regardless of who they're facing, but this, without a question, they should be topping. Everyone's saying Group F is the easiest. Maybe. The only reason why I'd somewhat agree with that is because of Shakhtar's losses with this transfer window. So many international players lost, like I said, but if they were at their prime, I would expect maybe some more fight in them. Yeah, I'd say possibly Group F is easier, but not by much. Not by much. Leipzig, fantastic team. I'd say Leipzig, out of the Bundesliga teams, Leipzig are more of a threat. Leipzig are more of a threat. I think it's going to be those two, but you never know about Celtic. C is the easiest, says Sly. Hey, maybe for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich isn't going to be phased, guys. I mean, they've been ripping through the Bundesliga recently, destroying teams. Everyone's pissed. They're like, why is the Bundesliga always so easy for them? They're about to win their 11th consecutive Bundesliga. Now that we have seen the groups, guys, let me know, chat. Who are the favorites to win the Champions League for you guys? I'm still going for Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. I think they're the biggest threats. Man City and PSG are obviously talking points, but they always seem to get cursed. Although they're looking a lot stronger in many ways. Both PSG's attack as a whole has improved a lot. Neymar is in the form of his life right now. The only thing I worry about PSG is Mbappe's ego. Maybe we've already seen it kind of tumble here and there throughout the season. We could see some similar episode where it happens right before a clash in the knockouts, for example, against Bayern Munich, and then things go to shit. You know what I mean? So I think they can definitely make it further than the round of 16s. I don't know about winning the whole thing, though. They should be topping the group, although don't rule out Juventus, without a doubt. Do I think Benfica can win their group? Look, it's football, anything's possible, but no. No, I don't. PSG and Juventus are too strong. Benfica maybe can clinch second, but I don't see it. Both Juventus and PSG are looking like they are just the defense are about for Juventus, like I said. But Benfica, if they can go through that, maybe. But they're also not looking as quote-unquote potent without Darwin Núñez. At the same time, though, they just destroyed Dinamo Kiev. They were the favorites in that match, though. Maybe they can get lucky in this. I don't want to say luck. Maybe they can be skillful in this. Get out of this tough group. It's going to be a challenge, though. The Europa League and Conference League qualifiers have started, says Mihai. Let me check real quick. Who's playing? Have we got 1 second, guys? Look at that. Europa League. Oh, shit. Larnaca are already having a great start. Ludogorets falling behind. Oh, this is cut off. Is this cut off for you guys? No, it's not. This should be interesting. Sheriff, I think they got this. Although it's 0-0 in aggregate. Damn, Crvena Zvezda smashed this team, Punic. Conference League. Yo, I feel like a lot of people are not talking enough about West Ham this season. Yeah, looks like they're en route to qualifying for the Conference League. But damn it, they've been disappointing. It's like clubs like United and Liverpool are kind of saving them from the spotlight. 3 losses in the Premier League so far in matches that they could be favorites, you know? We still got more matches coming up later. This is the one I'm looking forward to, Hajduk. Although I'm not too hopeful. And Partizan, best of luck to Partizan. They're already on a good start. Like I said, I might be going to the derby. Might. Partizan versus Crvena Zvezda, hopefully. Oh boy, yeah, like I said, guys, after those qualifiers, prediction videos, boom, 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 for each one, each tournament. What do I think of Group B? Like I said, I think Club Brugge can put off great fights. They're looking really good so far. Upgraded their attack. Do you guys think Atletico will flop? I know I asked this earlier, but I didn't really read the chat at that moment. Porto, Leverkusen, Club Brugge. These are all teams that can potentially upset the Spanish side. Is Barca going to Europa League again? Oh, yeah. And if Crvena Zvezda pulled through against Maccabi Haifa, damn, they would have been fucked. So maybe Europa League would have been best. I love you, Crvena Zvezda. You know it, but that's too tough, man. Maybe third. Maybe. I don't know. They beat Liverpool in the past. They have more Champions League history than Manchester City and PSG. But this year, it's going to be too tough for them. Best of luck to them in their draw. Liverpool. Didn't talk enough about them. Yeah, they are going to be... They could be surprised in this group. There's talks about Klopp's 7th-year curse coming to effect this year. It already looks shaky. This is a doable group for them, but who knows? Maybe they can slip. Ajax have great recent history in the Champions League. Napoli are a great side. Rangers, Europa League finalists. This group looks somewhat doable on the surface, but Klopp should not underestimate these teams whatsoever. Losing Sadio Mane is definitely noticeable. Ah, congratulations, Karim Benzema. Looks like he has won the award from UEFA Fully deserved. Been phenomenal this season. We'll be able to do it again this year. Help Real Madrid in the attack to make it to another UCL final and win it. No surprises about Benzema winning this award, obviously. Yes, Europa League is still a fantastic competition, so it's really not the end of the world for Crvena Zvezda, although they absolutely blew it. They're going to have a better chance than this group. Let's be real. Thoughts on Group H? Like I said, this is going to be, I think, a battle between PSG and Juventus. Sorry, Benfica and Maccabi Haifa. But let's be real for a little bit. Although Benfica did pull through in a group with Bayern and Barcelona last year, like I mentioned, PSG and Juventus are looking too strong. PSG have every reason to be hopeful to top this group, even though it's still not going to be easy. They shouldn't underestimate even the likes of Maccabi Haifa. I think it's going to be a competition between those two. Best of luck, Benfica, though, and Maccabi Haifa. Will I live stream the Europa League draw tomorrow? What time is that at? It depends what time it's at. I have loads of things to do tomorrow because I'm going to Europe and I'll be editing the other prediction videos, so it depends what time. I got to figure that out real quick. Let me check. Or you can just let me know in the chat. Is it the same time as today? Oh my god, the Europa League draw is at, I think it's at 6 in the morning for me. 6 or 7 in the morning, looks like. Oh yeah, jeez. It's gonna be at 6 or 7 in the morning. No promises, but I hope I can make it, guys. I hope I can, but that's early. I'd have to wake my roommate up as well if I end up doing that. Yeah, Europa League qualifiers are happening as we're speaking, and the draw will be happening tomorrow. For me, at 6 in the morning. One of the most stacked Champions Leagues in a while. Possibly. A lot of these teams are looking insanely strong. And there we go, guys. It looks like that draw is over. And the award ceremony. From my knowledge. Seems like. Do I think Dortmund will make it through? If we're going to bet on a team to not, it might be them. But at the same time, Sevilla are known to crawl their way back through to the Europa League, possibly. So they have a shout. But if you're going to bank on one of those, like, quote-unquote bigger teams to fumble, I don't think it's wrong to think they are definitely a contender of that. Why Though Beats says Barcelona look the same as last year. Xavi is not a good manager. Well, regardless of your thoughts about Xavi, Barcelona do not look the same as last year. They have really changed up their squad. They had one of the most ridiculous transfer windows. So not a side you can have your predictions obviously, but it can really go either way. These new signings can absolutely click or they can fumble. But they're great signings without a doubt. He's improved the attack, improved the midfield significantly. Kessié, I think people are forgetting the fact that they signed him. He was one of the best center defensive mids in the Serie A. Inter versus Barca, who will finish second? I will disclose that for you all tomorrow or Saturday, as soon as I finish that edit. But I will be recording that video in an hour and a half from now with Hasib. I don't want to give out too much yet. But what do you guys think? Barca flopping? Okay, we might agree with you here, but can we agree Xavi is not the manager they need? I mean, I think Xavi is decently rated as a manager. He's pulled Barcelona out of the ashes, but then he's had those random slips that are easy to criticize him for, like the Europa League against Frankfurt. Barcelona were looking like juggernauts in that tournament, especially with Xavi's takeover. It looked like the easiest matchup to predict, and Frankfurt absolutely embarrassed them at their home stadium. I wouldn't say that Xavi is not the right man. Like, he still has a bit more to prove for sure, but I think they can still rely on him for now. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Dele Alli joined Besiktas? Seriously? Oh my God. He hasn't even been at Everton for that long. What has happened to that man? Come on. What a shame. Thank you, RDG FIFA. I have just blocked them. With Leipzig recently not looking so good, do I think Celtic or Shakhtar have a chance to qualify? Like I said a lot earlier, Shakhtar's international teammates are gone. They all left. Or most of them left. So I would have, at the moment, more faith in Celtic putting that upset instead of Shakhtar. But still don't underestimate this beautiful Ukrainian side. Pasisa says Inter topping that group. I think the most they're going to get is second. First of all, a disgustingly tough group, and their luck in the UCL is not great. So that statement is literally proven as you look at this group. Their UCL luck is terrible. This is the worst possible group they could be in. They shouldn't give up. They have the quality. I don't think they're going to get first, though. At the moment, I'd probably give it to Bayern. But who knows? Even Barcelona can... They're going to be an unpredictable side this year with all those new signings. How will Lewandowski live up to the hype? Will he? Will he be able to do it against his former club? Will his former club read him like a book, put him on lockdown? Cow says I'm supporting Club Brugge, not the worst draw for us. Absolutely not. In fact, I think it's one of the best groups you could ask for. I truly do. No disrespect to those other clubs, but come on. This is going to be the most unpredictable group, in my opinion. Yes, RDG FIFA. Croatia is coming to FIFA 23 as a national team outside of the World Cup mode. Let's go. Finally, after 11 years. After 11 years. I'm so happy about that. It is about freaking time. I mean, oof. We'll see what other nations come through. A lot of them got removed. I don't know who else got added this year. Maybe I'll do some playthrough on FIFA on the channel again, like the old days. Croatia World Cup playthrough part 2. Nice group for Dinamo. It could be worse, for sure. It could be worse. But we got a chance, for sure, to at least make it to Europa League. We should have those expectations minimum. Salzburg going to be a mystery bag, though. Last year, Jarmo says, last year Ajax got part 3. Great group. Now we get part 1. And we get this. It's not an easy group. But it's a group Ajax should believe themselves in. Without a doubt. Even against Liverpool. So don't lose hope yet. Don't lose hope yet. Yeah, that group was fantastic, though. Without a doubt. Hey, you guys done in the past in the knockouts against Real Madrid and Juventus. So, no one wants to write you guys off anymore. What about Group B, guys? The group Dinamo Zagreb's in. Do you think, with Chelsea's iffy form at the moment, they haven't really signed the proper striker yet after letting go of Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku, will AC Milan top this group? Let me know, chat. AC Milan or Chelsea? Who do you think are the favorites to top Group E? Look at all these people coming in the chat. Who's a Spurs fan? I'm not even a Spurs fan. People think AC Milan will still bottle it. Maybe just tear it up in the league again and then bottle it here. Like last time. They're not as difficult of a group, though, I'd say. Still not an easy one, but last year they were in the group of death. Regardless of what your views are on the Serie A being a good or bad league, I think that it's definitely one of the most entertaining ones. Like, it's really hard to predict the league winner this year, for sure. I'm seeing mixed things from you guys. Lots of people very confident in Chelsea. Some people are expecting more from Milan. Dinamo gonna top this group. Nah, brate. I'm sorry. In terms of that, we're screwed. We gotta be hopeful and at least get third. That's my take. Maybe Milan can bottle it though and we get second. Oh, man. Maybe. Oh, I'm going to be in Europe during the first set of matches. I got to check what the schedule is. Maybe I can catch a good one while I'm there. I don't know. It might be too hectic to do that, but... Ooh, I certainly hope so. Going to see Dinamo, maybe. I don't have Zagreb on my agenda this year, unfortunately, but... I don't know. Maybe I'm dreaming too much there. I'm very excited for that Milan-Chelsea matchup, though. I think Milan could potentially do it. Attack's looking great. Oops. Attack's really looking great at the moment. Meanwhile, Chelsea losing to the likes of Leeds, 3-0. But form is temporary. Great club regardless. But my biggest concern for Chelsea is their finishing issue. I'm going to be filming these prediction videos a bit too early because the transfer window is still not over. But Chelsea really need to find some kind of attacker. Some solid number 9, even though they always get cursed at the club. They got to find somebody reliable. I know Sterling isn't really a solidified center forward, but we already know he's not the most reliable finisher. Maybe for England in the Euros, but not for club. Oh, man. Which club do I think Ziyech should transfer to? Dinamo Zagreb. Dinamo Zagreb. He's more than welcome. Do I think UEFA hates Barca? Absolutely not. I mean, no. I don't think so. I mean, this draw is unlucky, sure, but we were expecting Barcelona to potentially be in a tough group. What a terrible group, though. What a terrible group. Who do you guys think is going to be the Villarreal this season, though? Shout out to Dave for the donation. Thank you very much, my friend. I wouldn't be surprised if both Scottish Premier League teams, Celtic and Rangers, make it out of their groups. I wouldn't be either. It's tough because Rangers have that European tournament experience now. They've been fantastic. So that's why I got to give the advantage to them. But Celtic, their group is looking a bit easier, I'd say. They can definitely make it past Shakhtar, I think. Leipzig will be a tough task, but if Rangers can do it, why can't they? So yes, they definitely have both a solid chance. You can't write either of those sides off. All right, I'm kind of tired of explaining myself that I'm not a Tottenham fan. Everyone keeps coming, thinking I'm a Tottenham fan. Hey, you know what? Let's go Spurs. I hope Perisic has a good run. That's mostly it. I'll answer one more question from Kosovo is awesome. Do you think AC Milan and Real Madrid can get out of their groups? Definitely a solid chance. Real Madrid, I have more faith in, but AC Milan, maybe they'll slip. It looks like an easy group-ish for them at the surface, but maybe something can happen there. Oh, I would love to see Dinamo Zagreb versus AC Milan. Oh my God. Even Chelsea. Maybe Dinamo Zagreb can upset Chelsea. I doubt it. Hey. I think we can get an impressive win against Salzburg at home, kind of like what happened with Atalanta, but it's going to be tough against Milan and Chelsea. Maybe Tuchel will be upset at Maximir, though. All right, guys. This has been a fantastic stream. I appreciate you all for tuning in with me till the end. I had a lot of fun here. I'm glad we got to see this beautiful draw. Very, very interesting groups. Definitely not disappointed by them whatsoever. Lots to love about it all. Great first stream back in a while. I will be back streaming a bunch once the Nations League is kicking off. I won't be there for that first UCL match day probably because I'll be in Europe, but after that, the streams will become a bit more of a regular thing. But yeah, like I said, expect a lot of prediction videos coming out soon. Hopefully some Europe vlogs, hopefully. And then going out with a bang for the Nations League. So, yeah. Love you all. Take care. I'll see you all either tomorrow or Saturday for my prediction video on all of this, even though it's a bit early to do because the transfer window isn't over. But regardless, I'll do it anyway. Got to. It'll be an early prediction video. So yeah. Take care. Laku noć.